Imagine this. You are sitting in your room, you plug an 8 GB pen drive into your computer, and you open a folder to listen to your favorite K-pop song. A completely normal thing, right? You've probably done it 100 times. But in 2022, a 22-year-old boy in North Korea did exactly this. And for that crime, he was dragged into a public square and executed by a firing squad in front of his entire neighborhood. He wasn't a spy. He didn't commit murder. He didn't steal from a bank. To you and me, a USB drive is just a cheap piece of plastic. But to the most paranoid dictator on earth, it is a weapon of mass destruction. We think the most dangerous weapons on earth are nuclear bombs. But the man we are talking about today proves that the most terrifying weapon is complete control over the human mind. Welcome to Beyond Fame. Today, we are looking at a man who holds 26 million captive followers. A leader whose citizens literally sob, scream, and fall to their knees the second he walks into a room. The man we are talking about today is Jong Un. By the early 2000s, the global internet was taking over the world. Information was moving instantly, but for Jong Un, the internet was a deadly threat. His entire power depends on a single, massive lie. He tells his people that North Korea is a paradise, and the rest of the world is starving and miserable. If a single North Korean citizen can log on to the real Google, type in South Korea, and press enter, his entire empire collapses in 5 seconds. But in the modern world, a country still needs computers to run its banks and its military. So, how do you give your people computers without giving them the truth? The government didn't just ban the real internet, they built a fake one. They created a closed-off national network called Kwangmyong, which translates to bright light. To a regular North Korean, it looks like the real internet, complete with search engines and recipes. But it is a digital cage. Every single article, picture and video is written and approved by the government. And it gets crazier. If you buy a computer in North Korea, which requires special permission, you cannot use Windows or Mac. You are forced to use the government's own operating system, called Red Star OS. Red Star OS isn't there to help you. It is there to watch you. Completely at random, it takes screenshots of your screen. You get no warning. These screenshots are saved into a hidden folder that you are physically blocked from deleting. When government inspectors knock on your door, they open that folder first. If they see a screenshot of anything unauthorized, you disappear. Once you trap your people inside a fake internet, how do you make sure they never look outside? You hijack their physical reality. If you stepped across the border into North Korea today, the year suddenly changes. The government erased history and created the Yuche calendar, starting at year 1, the exact year Jong Un's grandfather was born. History literally did not exist before their supreme leader. But what if someone tries to listen to a foreign radio station? If you buy a television or a radio, it is legally required to be fixed tuned. Engineers physically solder and glue the dials in place to only receive state channels. If an inspector finds that a wire is tampered with, you are instantly arrested as a spy. He doesn't just control their minds. He controls their bodies. Because the government keeps its people starving, young North Koreans today are actually inches shorter than South Koreans. His control is literally shrinking his own people. How do you fight a dictator who controls everything you see and hear? You fight him with TV shows. People who actually managed to escape North Korea wanted to show their friends back home the truth. So, they bought thousands of cheap USB pen drives, filled them with regular movies and South Korean TV shows, and sneaked them back across the border. Some even tied these USBs to giant balloons in the middle of the night, letting the wind drop them into North Korean farms. Now, imagine you are a normal person living there, and you find one of these drives. You go into your room and lock the door. You cover your windows with thick blankets so the police outside won't see the glow of the screen. Then, you pull a tiny cheap video player out from under your floorboards and plug that USB in. Your whole life, the government told you that people in South Korea were starving and miserable. But then, you hit play. You see people wearing beautiful clothes, driving nice cars, and eating huge meals. In just a few seconds, a lifetime of lies completely falls apart. This became a massive underground trend. In fact, people who escaped say that almost 70% of the country has secretly watched these videos, and Jong Un realized he was losing control of his people's minds. In December 2020, Jong Un panicked. He passed a terrifying new law. The rule was simple. If you watch or distribute a foreign movie, you die. And his paranoia is only getting worse. You don't even have to watch a movie to become a target anymore. At the 2024 Paris Olympics, North Korean table tennis players took a simple, friendly selfie with athletes from South Korea. For the rest of the world, it was a beautiful moment of sportsmanship. For Kim Jong Un, it was treason. Those athletes were subjected to intense ideological cleansing the moment they returned. He even recently rewrote the constitution to officially declare South Korea a permanent foreign enemy. And the punishments for breaking his rules are a public show. If you are caught with a smuggled USB drive, the government forces your entire town, even middle school children, to gather in an open field. They read your crime over a speaker, then a firing squad shoots you. But what if a citizen is brave enough to die for a taste of freedom? Kim Jong Un has one final evil trap: the 3 generations rule. If you break the law, you don't go to a prison camp alone. Your parents go with you and your children go with you. You might be willing to take a bullet to watch a movie, but are you willing to send your mother and your baby to a freezing prison camp? That is how Kim Jong Un wins. He uses your own family against you. When a dictator has to threaten a child just to keep people from watching a foreign TV show, it leaves you with one massive question. What is he so afraid of? His country is out of money, the economy is crashing, and his people are starving. The only way to save North Korea is to open the borders, trade with the world, and turn on the real internet. But the exact second he lets the internet in, his people will see the truth. They will realize their entire life was a lie, and if they realize that, they will tear him apart. If he opens the country, he loses his power. If he keeps the country closed, his people starve. He is completely trapped in his own web of lies. Right now, you are watching this video on a screen. When this video ends, you can close the app, search for anything you want, and say whatever you want. Because we have it so easily, we completely take it for granted. But North Korea proves exactly how valuable your freedom really is. It proves that the most dangerous weapon on earth is not a nuclear bomb. The most dangerous weapon on earth is a free human mind. That is exactly why dictators will do absolutely anything to keep that mind in the dark. What do you think? Can Kim Jong Un actually win this war against the truth? Or is his time finally running out? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video eye-opening, hit that like button and subscribe to Beyond Fame for more deep dives into the reality of our world. I'll see you in the next one.